I really thought that the glow from the second trimester would follow me to the third trimester. Boy, was I wrong. Anyway, if you're wondering what the final month of my pregnancy actually looked like, let's get into episode 2 of my pregnancy series. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Debola here. If this is your first time seeing me, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, you know how we do it here. Take a seat, relax, and let's get into the video of today. But before we do that, I need to thank everyone that watched the last video, the video where I shared my first and second trimester experience. Both subscribers and those that are yet to subscribe. I don't know why you haven't subscribed, but a very big thank you to everyone. I saw your comments, I got your feedback. Even on other platforms where I shared the video, I was getting feedback and comments, and truly it just made me realize that women are the real MVPs. So if you're a woman watching this video right now, big thumbs up to you. What we are doing, bringing in another life at the risk of losing ours, it's a big job. I salute every woman out there, both those that have babies and those that are lovingly waiting. God will do it for you in the mighty name of Jesus. Let's get into our video of today. I'm officially 2 months postpartum now, 2 months being a boy mom, and it's hard to believe that this boy is 2 months plus. Like, I was taking pictures of him today and he was already so tall, so big, his face has changed. And I've just had some time to breathe and be able to think through my third trimester experiences. I would put pictures. I didn't really do too many videos in the third trimester because I was so tired, except for my labor and delivery vlog, which I started, and along the line everything blurred. But to God be the glory, and that would come in another video, most likely after this one. Now that I've had some time to recover, I just really wanted to recap my third trimester, look at those wild experiences, highlight the things that really got me, and just share with you guys. So let's get into the video. Now, the first thing I noticed about my third trimester was my energy dip. It literally went from the high of second trimester and it went zoom, like it went down. I didn't believe it. I thought I was going to carry that same energy that I had in second trimester to third trimester and even to the end of pregnancy, but that was not how it was for me. It felt like my body reverted to the first trimester. I was so tired, I was so weak, everything was heavy, every part of my body was aching and paining me. I just wanted to lie down, and even lying down, because by that stage you are advised to lie sideways and on the left side of your body preferably. It was hard because after some time my left side would get stiff, and I then need to turn to the other side. I was weak. Oh my god, the tiredness returned. That one shocked me. I didn't know. I didn't read it anywhere. I didn't watch any videos talking about it. I was just really tired walking around the mall. I remember there was a day on one of my antenatal visits, I finished from the hospital and then I decided to go grab some groceries from the mall. I was tired, just moving from aisle to aisle. I was tired. By the time I was going to get to the till, I had to bend over my trolley because I was so weak. But guess what? That was the week, or that was my last week before I had my baby. So it was expected. I just didn't understand why I was that exhausted, but I was really tired. I was sleepy. I wanted to sleep all the time. My energy really just went down in the third trimester. Today has been one of those days. Like, I had a very early start. I did some stretches, yoga, kusumo pilates, and then I got into work almost immediately after. And in between I was trying to eat, and then I had like a really deep 2 to 3 hours of focused work, so that helped me to close out my tasks earlier than usual. And I went to sleep, and thankfully it rained, so the rain helped me. I think I woke up when they took the light, because I started to feel hot. See, this third trimester, it's like your insides are burning. Like, I don't want to go anywhere these days because I'm just, waltzing about the house as I am, as God created me, because it's just too hot. And I think my body is beginning to feel pregnant now. See my face, in fact, it's now looking it. You can't hide anymore. But I'm grateful to God. It's been a beautiful journey so far. I'm really thankful, really, really thankful. So yeah, actually, that's all that second trimester energy vacated the building. It left. It was a rude shock. It left the building, and then I started to have back pains. Sometimes I would want to wash plates at the sink. I'll have to bend forward. There's now so much weight here. My tummy was now really big, so I have to lean forward to wash plates. Or if I want to cook, I have to sit down to do the prepping, and then at times I would actually sit to cook. I would drag a chair to my cooker and just be doing everything like that. I was so tired. The back pain, the bending forward, the sleepiness, the tiredness. I felt like I was just dragging myself everywhere. So in my third trimester, my energy levels dipped, and it was like I went back to my first trimester. The second thing I would like to talk about is sleep, or better still, the lack of sleep, because at this point in third trimester, the question is, what is sleep? Really, what is sleep? It became so hard to sleep lying down, and like I said, my left hip would get stiff. It would be so painful, and then because of the increased pelvic pressure I started to have because of my now very big bump, it was so hard to turn over. It was so painful, and then when I do, I can't stay long on my right side. I have to go back to the left. So at times, when I'm tired of lying down, I will just sit down, grab the chair close to my bed, sit and just sleep like that. Prop up myself with a pillow, sit on a pillow, put another one on my back, and just go off like that because I was tired of lying down. It was just painful to sleep. And then because you are tired, because you're exhausted, you actually want to sleep and you want to stretch your body, but to even lie down and actually sleep was a problem. And then because I was sleepy during the day, my eyes were like halogen at night. Oh my god, I couldn't sleep at night. I would be up pressing my phone. I would try to listen to music. I would doom scroll on TikTok, laugh. When I'm tired, I would try to pray, listen to music till around 5 a.m. And then I'll start to sleep and wake up 7 and feel like, okay, I've had enough for the day. And then I start to take bits of naps during the day. But sleep becomes an extreme sport in third trimester. It's an interesting one. The third thing about your third trimester, which is obvious, this is when your baby packs all the weight. This is when they start to pack on the weight like rapidly, because it's like they tell the baby or they send them a memo that you are coming out in a few weeks, and then they start to grab everything they want to eat. If you are not careful, if you're building your PCV, that's your blood level, if you are not building it properly, it could dip because your baby is grabbing everything your baby could get this period. I had issues building my PCV. It was like it wasn't working. At every antenatal visit, my doctor had to increase my dosage of my blood supplements and iron capsules. I would change brands. I would move to this one, move to that one. The only thing I did not do was to get transfused with blood. But thank God I didn't need extra pints of blood at delivery and whatnot. But this is the time your baby grows, and because like your bump is out, so that big belly can be very, very uncomfortable. Like I said, increased pressure, it can be painful. And then this will lead me to my next point, which is frequent urination. You see the pressure that comes from your big bump, because by now the bump is now sitting on your bladder as well. So everywhere, the tiniest measure of water you drink, you're going to the toilet. And the annoying part is, whether you drink a full bottle, whether you drink quarter of a bottle, you will feel pressed the same way you would feel if you drank a whole bottle. And then it's so annoying because you have to get up every time to pee, and at times you'll be coming out in trickles. Like, it could be frustrating, and it was worse for me, especially in the middle of the night. So all of these things tie around each other, so I keep waking up. And then the thirst, I'm getting into another point, the way you start to drink water because your insides are hot. Oh my god, your insides are hot. Like, it wouldn't even feel like wearing clothes. That was how I felt. I didn't feel like wearing clothes, and thankfully I was indoors. God, for my employers, I work a remote job, so I didn't need to be outside or going up and down. But even stepping out to go for my antenatal visits, once I finish from the hospital like this, there's a place they sell like slushies. I I go there immediately and get myself a very big cup and just down it, because the way my insides are hot from the weather outside, oh my god, it's just a lot. So back to your big bump. In the night when I want to get up and pee, it can be painful because you just want to pee. Anything you drink, you want to urinate it out, because there's so much pressure. Your bladder can't hold as much as it used to pre-pregnancy. So at every drink, just get ready that you are going to the toilet. So having to stand up all the time was what made me start to sit on the chair. At least it was easier for me to get up from the chair than the bed. Pregnancy is a lot though, but it's a big blessing. Another thing I noticed was that I now got really darker. Besides my neck that got dark ahead of the rest of my body, in my third trimester, everything just went dark. They call it, I think, cloasma, mask of pregnancy. Is like your body sending signals to your body to protect you and the baby especially. So your body produces more melanin and then your tone goes a bit dark. Not like you stopped using anything, or like what people see on social media, they think maybe you were bleaching before you stopped bleaching. No, for some women it happens like that they go darker. It's not because they stopped using any cream or whatever. It's called mask of pregnancy. So let's try to educate ourselves and stop acting ignorant on social media when you see some of those videos. It's not necessarily because they stopped using organic creams or bleaching creams. Let me say it. It's because, mask of pregnancy has come upon them. Today is one of those days that I don't look like what I'm going through at all, and I just wanted to document and memorialize it because there are like a few of those days in this season of my life, but I'm grateful. Today I look refreshed, rested. I even did some work. If you had seen me yesterday, you'd have thought that all the weight of the world were on my shoulders. I was tired, exhausted, swollen, but this is the face of a 35 weeks preggo. 35. If easy, run arm. If easy, pull body. But yeah, I'm grateful to God for everything, for strength. I don't even know where of this, but God has been carrying me, really. Thankful and grateful for everything. Then in my third trimester again, I experienced just a bit of water retention, because this one can be crucial if you have swollen feet and they are not going down, and then when you press it, it creates a dimple, especially in the feet. If that's the type that you experience, please run, don't walk, run to the hospital. Mine was temporary. For instance, if I've been sleeping in a position and I don't elevate my legs, water would go there because it's been sitting there for some time, but once I move around, it will disappear. If I've been standing on my feet for too long, I'll have water in my feet if I raise them again. So it's just temporary water retention, and then you have puffy eyes, your face will be puffy. Like, this is the time you really, really, really look pregnant. When you appear before anybody, nobody needs to ask you, are you pregnant? You can see it all over your face. So yeah, just that bit of water retention is normal. Like I said, if you press it and it stays like that, that is not normal. Run to the hospital and get checked. All right, now let me speak a bit about how my work helped me to maybe rest some more. I salute any woman who is in their third trimester that is still having to commute daily to get to work, because it is not easy. I can imagine if I had to do that, if the work I was doing was the type that required me to be in the office every day, Monday to Friday, I don't know if I would have survived it. The fact that I was working remotely allowed me flexible hours to do my work and to be able to take naps in between work and be able to recalibrate, because at times you could be dealing with brain fog in pregnancy. I didn't have that in pregnancy as such, but I'm having it now postpartum. You see the different strokes for different folks. It's not the same way in every woman. It might be pre, it might be post. Whenever your own comes, look for how to deal with it. So while I was working, I bless God for my work and my employers. I was able to use that time to wrap up properly, close out on my major projects, make sure that I wasn't still working actively on anything closer to my closer to the time I wanted to deliver, not necessarily my EDD. I will share more details on that in the labor and delivery vlog. So I was able to wrap up work and just rest at my own time, and then pick up the work again, continue with what I was doing. And let me point this out to would-be moms, women that are already pregnant, and people in that category. I would advise you not to leave your hospital bag, nursery arrangements, preparation for the baby. I would urge you not to leave it to last minute, because you really do not know how things will pan out in those last weeks or last days. Your EDD is plus or minus 2 weeks. It's not a fixed date. Your baby might not come on that day you are given. Baby can come before or after. So it's the reason why you have to be prepared for anything. Also, because your energy dips in the third trimester, don't leave too many things to later. Try to do the heavy lifting in your second trimester while you still have all the energy. You are good. You can carry anybody. You can do all the heavy lifting in the second trimester. Maybe buy all your baby clothes, launder them, get all your furniture for your nursery, do your heavy lifting and the setups. And then for the third trimester, let it be just maybe packing your hospital bag. That's not a lot to do. Go with your list, and in 20 minutes you're done packing it. Don't leave too many things to the last minute, because believe you me, it happened to me. And on the morning that I checked into the hospital, I had to quickly repack some things, because some things I was packed too. I was already fully packed, right? I just needed to move here, move there, and all of that. But I was running up and down with all the pain I was feeling. Don't worry, I'll give you all the juice in that video. Another thing that I experienced in my third trimester was my appetite changed. I had appetite changes, so I really couldn't eat as much. Before, I was eating 3 meals and a snack, but by my second trimester it came down to 2. By my third trimester I would only eat once and maybe have a glass of juice or a glass of milk. Then I started to drink milk a lot at night. That was the only way I could sleep. Cold milk, like milk straight from the fridge, cold milk. I couldn't eat so much. Again, because of the size of my belly, it just felt like everywhere was full, everywhere was swollen, my tummy, my nose, my eyes. I couldn't eat so much. But at the same time, each time I go to the hospital and I get my PCV checks, they will tell me I need to boost it, I need to do that. So I had to eat, and not just eat, but eat decently, greens, beef, to increase my iron level and blood level. And if you know those things very well, and the medication you take for it, if you are not eating greens, if you are not eating fruits, those medications can constipate you and block your butt. And you know what you are not supposed to do in pregnancy? You are not supposed to strain to poo. Don't strain, and God forbid, let me not say more than that, but you are not supposed to strain to poo in pregnancy. It's supposed to come out easily. Otherwise, you could have your anus could come out. Let me save you all the details, but you're long and short, you're not supposed to strain in pregnancy. So I still had to put in the effort to add greens to everything. I added greens to my fried eggs. I would add it to rice, add it to my pasta. I was eating spinach every time, ugu every time, drinking them. In fact, let's start what we have come into the room to do. Ogunje with a little bit of orange juice to make it tolerable. And this is green smoothie for breakfast: apple, cucumber, kiwi, pumpkin leaves, that's ugu, main green, banana, cucumber, lettuce, spinach. Whoop. Vegetable, here I come. Just to make sure that I was boosting it naturally, and then taking my blood capsules to boost it. But I still had to deal with the fact that my body was not feeling like eating. But for the safety of my baby and for my own health as well, I had to eat. So you might experience that and you feel, oh, what is going on with me? It's normal to feel that in third trimester. But overall, I can assure you, the overall thing, if anyone would ask me, I should describe in a word what third trimester feels like a word that sums up everything together, let me tell you, it's tiredness. tiredness. Everything is paining you. Every part of your body is tired. You are just tired and you can't wait to have the baby out of you. So that is how it feels. And then another thing I caught myself doing towards the end as well was just thinking and discussing with my husband as many times as I could remember that these are our last moments as two. In a few weeks we'll be three, our lives will get bigger, there's someone new in our space. I was just reliving all our two moments together, our private moments, just thanking God for his blessings all through the years that it was just the two of us, and looking forward to a new season being parents and having one more person in the family. I think you should do that too. It would brighten up your mind. I believe it would spark some joy if you are in an emotional rut, because things can be very hard in the third trimester. I think I once found myself crying because I was frustrated at how tired I was. I love to be up and doing. I love to move myself very quickly. I love to do things by myself. But when you are involuntarily incapacitated, it can be frustrating. And if you don't take it easy on yourself, you can, spiral down, and you don't want to do all of that. So look at pictures of you and your spouse, think about beautiful things, and just relax your mind, relax your body. And then, like I shared in the previous video, if you've already started working out in pregnancy, walking, yoga, gentle exercises, this is the time to pick them up. So in my third trimester, I was doing a lot of walking. But mind you, because of the weight of your baby, you can have a bit of bending and back pain. So I got a pregnancy support belt to help me, especially when I'm walking, because when you are walking, the law of gravity is taking its course. So you are standing and there's load in front of you, so you bend forward. There's just a lot going on when you're walking. So I got a pregnancy support belt, and I wear it around the house at times, because just moving from the room to the living room can be a lot for me. So I would wear that when I'm going out for my walks. Also when I'm working out in the house and I'm doing my cardio or yoga, it helps to put me in my correct form, helps me to sit up so I don't slouch. It's not good. So you're able to sit up and stretch your spine, and you don't have any, to help you to minimize body aches and pain. If you really want to deliver your baby through the vagina, this is the time to pick up on those exercises, to make things easy for your perineum, to make things easy for the baby. Do a lot of yoga poses, squats, lunges, things that would encourage the flexibility of your lady parts, just to make sure that the place is ready and it gets the memo. Your muscles have memory. What you train your muscles to do is what they will do. If you train them over time to be toned, to be strong and fit, when it's time for them to stretch, they will not just stretch and stay there, they will stretch and come back. So no matter how little, even if it's 10 minutes, even if it's 15 minutes, if you are the strong type 30 minutes, the little bit you can do it. It may not be every day. 3 times a week is enough. By your third trimester, 3 times a week is enough. Your muscles will remember when it's time for them to work. If they stretch, they remember to come back. And that is how you see people that snap back quickly, not because they've done anything special, minus genes and maybe having smaller babies. It's just your muscle memory. Your muscle remembers. So if you are given to work out in pregnancy, try to train your muscles. You will thank me later for it, because I did it and I experienced it. To my mamas in the third trimester phase, I don't want to call it trenches, it's just the phase. It's going to pass. You're going to see your sweet little baby very soon. Just hold on tight. You are almost there. You've done so well. By the time you're in your third trimester, you have passed more than half of your entire journey. So it's just a little bit remaining. Just a little bit for you to get to the finish line. I know it can be tiring. I know it can be exhausting. I know it can be frustrating. You're almost there. You're almost there. And the God that gave you the grace to start the journey from day zero will deliver you safely to the end. Nothing will miss. Nothing will break. In the name of Jesus. Guys, that brings us to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Like I mentioned in this video, the next video after this will be my labor and delivery vlog, where I try to capture as much as possible before everything blurred. Before I go, let me ask you, my pregnant mamas, what was that one thing you could not live without in your third trimester? I mentioned mine was cold milk. I was drinking a glass of cold milk every night before sleeping, because it was like sleeping medicine, just that it was not medication. Once I drink it like this, I'm already dozing off. I would literally feel my phone about to fall off my hand, and then I'll drop it myself and close my eyes, and I'll just drift off to sleep. So what was that thing, or what is that thing for those of you that are still in third trimester? What is that thing you currently cannot do without in your third trimester? Please drop them in the comment section. I'd like to read for you. I always love to engage with you guys, and I'm happy you guys dropped a lot of comments in the last video. So I'm looking forward to reading from you. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, you see that I've stopped smiling. I'm not smiling, but I'm smiling again because it's big. I beg. Subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and we are really close. We are really close. Help me get to 1K subscribers. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel and you enjoy my content, please just tap the subscribe button. It doesn't bite. Thank you so much. So we have come to the end of this video, guys. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.